Hey there, Delilah. What's it like in New York City? Today is Friday, August 29th, and today's video comes in one part. Part 1. Story time! He knew it had happened because he heard slight movements around him that suggested frail bodies shifting their footing on the earthy, twig-strewn ground that marked the outer edge of the forest. He opened his eyes and looked around. They were neither ghosts nor truly flesh. He could see that. They resembled most closely the riddle that had escaped from the diary so long ago, and he had been memory made nearly solid. Less substantial than living bodies, but much more than ghosts, they moved toward him, and on each face there was the same loving smile. James was exactly the same height as Harry. He was wearing the clothes in which he had died, and his hair was untidy and ruffled, and his glasses were a little lopsided, like Mr. Weasley's. Sirius was tall and handsome, and younger by far than Harry had seen him in life. He loped with an easy grace, his hands in his pockets and a grin on his face. Lupin was younger too, and much less shabby, and his hair was thicker and darker. He looked happy to be back in this familiar place, scene of so many adolescent wanderings. Lily's smile was widest of all. She pushed her long hair back as she drew close to him, and her green eyes, so like his, searched his face hungrily, as though she would never be able to look at him enough. "You've been so brave." He could not speak. His eyes feasted on her, and he thought that he would like to stand and look at her forever, and that would be enough. "You're nearly there," said James. "Very close. We are so proud of you." "Does it hurt?" The childish question had fallen from Harry's lips before he could stop it. "Dying? Not at all," said Sirius. "Quicker and easier than falling asleep." "And he will want it to be quick. He wants it over," said Lupin. "I didn't want you to die," said Harry. These words came without his volition. "Any of you. I'm sorry." He addressed Lupin more than any of them, beseeching him. "Right after you'd had your son, Remus, I'm sorry." "I am sorry too," said Lupin. "Sorry I will never know him. But he will know why I died, and I hope he will understand. I was trying to make a world in which he could live a happier life." A chilly breeze that seemed to emanate from the heart of the forest lifted the hair at Harry's brow. He knew that they would not tell him to go, that it would have to be his decision. "You'll stay with me until the very end," said James. "They won't be able to see you?" asked Harry. "We are part of you," said Sirius, invisible to anyone else. Harry looked at his mother. "Stay close to me," he said quietly. And he set off. The Dementor's chill did not overcome him. He passed through it with his companions, and they acted like Patronuses to him, and together they marched through the old trees that grew closely together, their branches tangled, their roots gnarled and twisted underfoot. Harry clutched the cloak tightly around him in the darkness, traveling deeper and deeper into the forest, with no idea where exactly Voldemort was, but sure that he would find him. Beside him, making scarcely a sound, walked James, Sirius, Lupin, and Lily, and their presence was his courage, and the reason he was able to keep putting one foot in front of the other. I love you. I'll see you in a couple days. If that didn't make you tear up, you have no soul.